Nadia with Now What, coming to you today from Cloverdale, where I'm about to interview Elle Kerfoot, owner of Elle Hoops, and just an incredible person. Elle not only is an elite athlete, basketball player, she's also a coach and trainer here in Cloverdale, and she's just launched a clothing brand. Elle is one of those people who you meet once in a lifetime, who just inspires you the minute you meet her. She encourages young girls to feel good about themselves, to feel confident, and to feel supportive of one another, and I'm really excited to hear what she has to say to us today. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Elle Kerfoot. I am the owner and head coach at Elle Hoops Training. I played a lot of basketball in my life at various levels. I think team building has been a huge part of every team that I've played on. I find that when you come together with a group of girls, it's really important that you get to know each other, especially with girls, because there's often a lot of emotions and even anxiety or anything like that involved, and it's important that you kind of come together, get to know each person so you know how they handle certain situations on the court. So sometimes it's best to be dealt off the court to get to know each other to perform on the court. I think one of the best examples of team building that I've done is when I went down to Seattle U, and you come in and every year you get new players coming in because the previous year your seniors graduate, so freshmen come in. So it's really, really important to build that dynamic because you're with these girls every day with practice, you're going to class with them, and it's really important that everyone gets along and understands each other because I was a captain on my team at Seattle U for actually 3 out of 4 years. So it was a heavy responsibility on me to make sure that I knew how everyone responded to different situations. And I find, especially with females, it can be very different. Some girls are very, very emotional. They get upset easy. Some are really tough and closed, and it's important that you understand that and everyone's on the same page. So when certain situations happen on the court or off the court, you know how they're going to react and how to help them get through these situations. So we did a lot of team building. Our coach would arrange stuff. We'd go do stuff completely separated from basketball that kind of challenge you to get to know each other.
Now that you coach girls and have developed this amazing clothing line to sort of empower girls to be girls and embrace that, how do you bring those lessons to your kids that you coach?
I wish I had more time to do it, but because every session is just kind of an hour and skill focused, I think what I try to do is create an environment that feels safe and welcoming, and everybody can be comfortable with one another and hang out. I want girls hanging out on the couch in here, doing homework at the table, and while workouts are happening, there's other girls in here. I think that's one of the coolest things is that I have a series of girls that play against each other in high school and compete on the court every single day, but when they come in here, it's just kind of a no ego zone. I think that's one of my favorite things about it, and I've never had to enforce that. I've never had to correct anybody on behaving differently. It just kind of welcomes that attitude. So.
And moving forward in your business, any new ideas to increase that team building?
Yeah, I recently, I think it was my spring break camp, I had 20 girls in here at a camp, and I actually split them into teams and had them work every day, kind of on team building. So they'd work together. I'd give them a topic. So one day it was a point guard camp. So one day we worked on leadership, and I just basically gave them each a pen and paper, and I had them answer questions and kind of say what they think is most important as leadership qualities. It was really interesting to see because one person in each group naturally stepped up, took the pen, took the paper, talked people through it, and kind of turned into the leader, and everyone else contributed, which is exactly like a team. Sometimes you have someone that's a little bit more outgoing and will lead the huddles, and sometimes somebody's a leader by example, and so that stuff like that, and incorporating more off-court work, because most of what I'm doing is fundamentals of basketball and skill work, but incorporating more of the mental side of it and working on leadership and making people work together to kind of come to a solution, I think really helps with on-court activity as well.
This is a question that's a little bit different.
Okay.
Who is your favorite athlete and why?
Oh, my favorite athlete is Kobe Bryant. Well, ex-athlete, yeah, he's over there, far side. Can you see him?
Kobe.
There he is, Kobe. He's always been my favorite. I think it's just kind of unparalleled to how, like, his work ethic, and growing up, he was in his prime for me, just like kind of Steph Curry is, or Kevin Durant to the kids now, and they're unreal too. But Kobe just is, his mental game is so strong, and he's just such a leader by example, and so tough, and just some of the performances he had, I've just always kind of been inspired by him, and that is why my dog is named after him. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Kobe's middle name is Bean.
No
Because
way.
his dad's name is Jelly Bean Bryant, or his nickname, so it's Kobe Bean Bryant. And I was gonna name Bean Kobe, and I was like, oh, it's not original enough. And I remembered his middle name was Bean, and I'm like, it was perfect.
One last question. I've sort of shown pictures of the warehouse in this video, and I'm gonna just zoom in on this one picture up here. Tell me about her, Allie.
Coach B. She was my college coach. She played a huge impact on me, as just almost in everything. She taught us so many lessons. She actually came into my coaching staff of my freshman year, got fired, and she was hired on, so I was in my second year, which is a pretty unsettling feeling, knowing that you're going to get a new coach, because she can re-recruit over you and bring all her own players, and she just kind of took a liking into me and really trusted in our team. She taught us so much. She's a very, very strong woman. She's actually a Hall of Fame coach. Anytime we were in any sort of social or anything, we had to introduce ourselves to everybody in the room. So she taught us a lot about that. She also just taught us about playing. I mean, I'm a strong believer in, women's strength and equality and all that. I believe as a woman you can do anything that you want to do, and she definitely enforced that.
I wonder if one day one of the kids that you coach is going to have a big U up there.
I don't know. Oh, they don't look at it.
That's such a beautiful thing that you put her up there on your wall.
Yeah, no, she's really awesome. She taught me a lot, so played a huge part in my life. So
Good.
very, very cool.